Hello, welcome back to Pilot Mike. I'm just taking off at Nice International Airport to show you the south of France incredible scenery. I'm going to do a few short videos just showing some of the sceneries that I've downloaded with Auto 4XP and some of the freeware plugins that I'm using. Whoa, let's get off the ground. In these videos I will be using a military jet of some sort in order to get around quickly, so I won't be taking any of the flying seriously. We are now airborne. Put the gear away. So I'm in an Alpha Jet. You get a full 3D cockpit. I'll show you exactly where you can go to download this amazing aircraft for free. In fact, I'll put a link in the comments below this video. So let's just turn around and fly over to Monaco. That's where we're going today. We're going to Monaco. I think there's a racetrack down there. Horse racing. Let me jump out of the cockpit. I'll do most of this flight outside of the cockpit so that you can get an appreciation of how good this scenery is. So I'm using the plugin from Sim Heaven, Europe X2 it's called, and what it does is it plots all the buildings using the GSM data into the correct places where they should be. So it tries to draw stadiums and it puts all the buildings in. I've got my buildings in the configuration set to high, which is basically, I think we're using this Sim Heaven Europe X2. It puts more buildings on than what you would get with the stock, with what you would get with stock buildings. So it does have a frame rate effect. It does actually reduce your frame rate. So you just got to be cautious of that. Of course, you can lower the buildings down in the settings. So here we are, flying over a nice port. I'll just show you what the what Sim Heaven actually does. It recognises basically that there's some kind of ancient castle type structure here, and it actually lays in all the different castle pieces to make it fit the right structure. It tries to put every single house on where there should be a house and at the right angle. And it has little things in the library, such as little boats and things like that to put into the harbour. So it's pretty much as realistic as you can get without handcrafting the scenery. And this is for the whole of Europe, which is pretty cool. Here's another example. Just jump out here and have a look, because the OSM data is telling it that there's a crane here, so it goes into its library, finds the crane, draws the crane in. Any other examples nearby? Nope. Let's just fly on to. Let's fly on over to Monaco. And there it is. There's Monaco. Let's take it down to that. Let's take it down to the stadium. And we'll pause it there. So it knows that there's a stadium here, and it tries to match the structure. And then you've got your little boats in, and let's jump into Monaco. I think this might be the palace. That's on the hill. I have actually gone to Monaco, but I was quite a lot younger, a long time ago, so I don't remember too much from it, unfortunately. But there we are. We have this is the road where the Formula 1 cars go up. I think that might be the casino, famous casino. In fact, let me just get a bit closer into it. Hard turning. Okay, there we go. Monaco. Yeah. It's pretty cool that you can download this satellite imagery and not only make the scenery look so good from a distance, but you can actually have a look at things that you recognize. so you can actually have a look at your own house, or I think it just makes the sim a lot more interesting when you're flying over things and you want to have a look at the scenery and have a look at it. Of course, that's what flying in real life is actually all about as well, just seeing the sights as you fly over them. Let's go down the beach. So it puts in the tunnels where there should be tunnels and just things like that, really. What I think I'll do is I'll come to the end of this beach here, and then I'll do a 180 and fly back to the airport. Oh, this is like trying to fly a model aircraft doing it this way. There we go. Oh, crikey, that doesn't look good. Right, let's bank. Okay, let's pull back. Oh dear. I think I stalled it. There we go. That was a mess. So the scenery in the south of France, this looks absolutely amazing. Other scenery I've downloaded that looks really good is Milan and Lake Como. Anything with terrain really, the Alps. See how it meshes two different images together here. So that was taken on one day and this is taken on another day at different time and probably with different weather and brightness. So that's why you get that line. Yeah, I've downloaded Area 51, Groom Lake, Nevada. I've downloaded Tenerife. I've downloaded Ibiza. I've downloaded the Isle of Man, the Lake District in the UK. I've downloaded, what else? Florida. And probably some more that are slipping my mind at the moment. I'll do another one on New York as well, because I've got that working even better these days. And I'll show these sceneries just as basically a look what you can do. Or look what you can download, and I'll try out some free plugins for them to make the sceneries look better. So like I say, I'm using SimHeaven's Europe X2 for this. I need to find something equivalent for the United States. I'm sure there is something, I just haven't looked for it yet. And yeah, I'll go through those sceneries and make a little playlist so that you can have a look at all these different cool sceneries on X-Plane. And if you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments and I'll go ahead and download that scenery, play about with it and make a video on it. Recommendations are welcomed. Just going to buzz the airport. One thing I actually have installed is the Misterx Library, and that tends to put in more parked aircraft onto the airport. Now I have got parked aircraft ticked on this one, but it hasn't drawn any in for some reason. So I'm not too sure why that is. Why is my aircraft banking that far? Thank you. Let's jump back into the cockpit for the end of this and go have a look at that. This must be a hotel complex. That looks pretty sweet with a built-in harbour. Doing some low-level flying now. A life ambition of mine would be to go up in a jet like this, just to see what it would have been like to have been in the military, to fly fast jets. Particularly to do it at low level, that would be amazing. Something like the Buccaneer, they used to fly extremely low level under radar to go and do their bombing strikes. If you like vintage aircraft, I've got a video coming out about the Vulcan bomber, because I went to a simulator experience day recently, so that's why I haven't done a video in a while, just because I'm editing the footage from that. So there's loads of interesting information in that video about the Vulcan bomber, as well as having a look at a professional simulator. Okay, I'm having too much fun, and I think I'm going to call it a day on the video for that, and have a little bit of a play offline. Thanks for watching. I've been Pilot Mike. Again, if you've got any suggestions of scenery you'd like to see, then put them in the comments. Have a look at the description below this video for all the downloads of the free plugins that I'm using to make the scenery look this good. And just send any suggestions my way. Thanks for watching. Like if you like the video, subscribe to see more. I've been Pilot Mike. See you in the next one.